So, hi everyone. I'm so glad you're here. I am going to share with you the daily energy routine, the DER, that I really love. It's by Donna Eden. Eden Energy Medicine is her program. And she shows one that's a shorter version. I've added to it a little bit. So I'm going to take you through and explain each of the different exercises and what they're used for. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So before we start, though, I just want you to close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. Let all the tension from the day just sort of evaporate off of you. And just tune into your body. Where in your body feels awake? Where does it feel like it never woke up this morning? Where is achy and tired and just wants to go sit on the couch? Is there anywhere that's hurting? Just tune in, do a scan from your toes up to your head, and just get a mental, sort of checklist going of how you're feeling. And when you've done that, open your eyes and come on back. Now, the first thing that we do with the energy routine is we want to open up the gates. So your hands and your feet are where a lot of energy comes and goes. So you have your long bones below your fingers and the soft space in between each long bone. Just massage those areas and then pull off your fingers. We'll do the motion of pulling off your fingers. We're not actually pulling our fingers off, in case anyone is very literal out there. If you feel any areas that are sore, that could mean that there's some stuck energy. So you can give that a little bit extra attention. And just a little story. Once I found this sore spot and I was working it for a few days. And usually if I work a sore spot for like a day or two, it sort of remedies. And then I realized after about day 4 or 5, oh yeah, I bumped into something the other day. This is a bruise. So if you have a sore spot over a bruisey area, even if you don't see the bruise, if there's an injury there, give it a little grace and don't work on it so hard. So we just did that for our hands. Now go down to your feet. And what I do is I'll usually massage one hand on top and one hand on bottom. So you want to massage in between those long bones and then pull that energy right off the toes. And this is great. I so rarely massage my feet. And when I do this, I realize, oh, that feels so good. And then when you're done massaging in between the bones, go ahead and just give your feet a little bit of a tap on the top and the bottom and around the ankles. So what that does, it's opening things up, it's energizing. And if you have a spoon, you can take the this is a bent spoon, the curved underside of the spoon, and you can rub it on the bottom of your foot. That helps to repolarize. So we, just like batteries, have a positive and a negative pole. Our hands have positive and negative. So the soles and the palms both have the same type of pole. And sometimes they get switched up just from being on the computer all the time, from all the hassles of our day. So when we either tap on the side of the hand, so at that spot where the positive and the negative come together, you can tap there and that will help to repolarize you. Or you can just take the rounded edge of a spoon and just rub on the bottom of your feet. I was always taught, so I'm sure you can do it on your hand also. And if you haven't already, just go to the other foot. And it's interesting just to note where those sore areas are, because if you do this routinely, you'll notice that every day is a different day. So every day where your energy is stuck is a little different from the day before. Okay, so once you're done with all of that, go ahead and stand up. The next thing I want to do is, so this is not a part of Donna Eden's regular daily energy routine, but for me, my top half and my bottom half were not syncing. So the exercise I was taught, and I figure if this is a problem for me, maybe a lot of people are having this issue. So you take your left hand, put it right over your diaphragm, and your right hand on top. Now, if anyone has uncontrolled high blood pressure or aneurysms, don't bear down when I advise you to bear down. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a nice deep breath in and don't blow it out. You're going to sort of hug yourself and bear down. And hold on to that breath for a few seconds and then slowly let it out. And then we're going to do that 2 more times. So take a nice deep breath, hug your sides, and bear down without letting the breath out. And then gently let the breath release. And 1 more time. And the second part of this is we are going to take our hands. Usually Donna Eden just crosses one hand over the opposite side. I like to do both just for extra measure. So both hands on one shoulder, take a nice deep breath in, and then breathe out, coming across your body to the hip, down the outside of the leg, and off the pinky toe. And then coming up to that same shoulder, so the opposite one from before. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, come across your body, down the outside of the leg, and off the pinky toe. And we're going to do each side 2 more times. So take a nice deep breath. Exhale, crossing over the body, going down and off the pinky toe. Again, deep breath in, out, and crossing over and off the pinky toe. And 1 more set. Breathe in, come across the body, and down off the pinky toe. And last one, breathe in, breathe out, crossing the body, and down off the toe. So now your top and your bottom have been reintroduced. The next thing that I like to do is what she calls the 4 thumps. So you're going to, on your cheekbones, this is where the stomach 2 meridian point is. So you're going to tap here and breathe in about 3 to 5 times. So this meridian goes all the way down and out your toes. So this is connecting you downward, and the next one is going to connect you upward. So this really helps to ground you. The next one, you're going right under your collarbone, the nubs, and then there's a little divot, a little soft spot underneath. That's the K27, the end of the kidney meridian point. So you just want to take some nice deep breaths and tap here. If tapping feels too overly stimulating, you can just rub or just hold on the area. The next is right over your sternum. This is your thymus gland. This is the thymus thump. So you really here, you don't want to go fast. You want to go at the pace of your heart. So if your heart is really adrenalized and going really quick and you want to slow it down, just beat your hands here nice and slow and take some nice, slow, deep breaths. Tapping here stimulates your immune system. It's also your happy gland. So if you're not feeling very happy, you can smile and tap here. And that helps to stimulate better feelings. Now the 4th thump is the spleen meridian. So you're sort of doing like a bit of a monkey tap. And what I like to do, I like to go all the way around under the bra line. And then you're also targeting the liver meridian. The spleen meridian is an earth meridian, so it really helps to stabilize you and ground you also. Okay, so those are the 4 thumps. So you're nice and grounded. You should be nicely in your body now. The next thing I like to do is the lymphatic massage, or the neurolymphatic massage. So I'll sit down just to start, just so that you guys can see what I'm doing. You start at the collarbone. So right under one of your collarbones, just rub. Ooh, I can feel it already. Rub as deeply as you can tolerate. You don't want to bruise yourself, but you do want to get in there and go all the way out to the end. And then on top of the collarbone, you want to go right in front of the shoulder and get right on in there. And then under the arm, you can even tap in this area. You can tap right around your breast, doing that 3 times and then going the opposite way. And then we're doing the arm. So I know you all have seen this before. This is very common in a lot of traditions. And now we're going to switch sides, going to the other collarbone or clavicle, massaging underneath it. And oh, that is nice and sore for me today. And then massaging above it. You never want to do both sides at the same time because you have a lot of blood supply here. And if you're compressing on both sides, you can cause yourself to faint. So just one side at a time. Go all the way out to your shoulder joint. Massage right around it. Massaging in your armpit. And then going up your side and just tapping down and up your arm a few times on all the different sides. And then right around your breast 3 times, and then back 3 times. And now we're going to go up the head and neck. So on one side, you have this muscle that comes down, sort of curves around your neck. So you just want to use your fingers and go up and down either side of that muscle, and then under your neck, around your ear. Then I like to go behind my ear, behind my neck, and then come all the way around. And then the other side. So going up, this is the sternocleidomastoid muscle, under the neck, around the ear. So one finger behind, one finger in front, behind the ear, and then behind the neck. And now the nice, lovely facial. So just gentle fingertip little taps all around your cheeks. If you get headaches, migraines, just hold your temples. Don't tap over them. Go right over your eyes, around your eyes, across your forehead. You can tap your forehead, down the top, the middle of your head, coming around your ears, and then down sort of the middle part of your head, around your ears, and then right around your ears. And now we're going to take your ears, let's see if you can see, and just grab and pinch and pull around the outside of your ears and the tragus, and then go a little bit closer in. Okay, and then do the other side. This is probably the longest part of this daily energy routine, but it really helps to keep your lymphatic system flowing nicely. And you can really begin to see where you're having issues, where you're feeling stuck energy, where you need to give a little bit more attention. And this is also really easily done on the couch watching TV. So we've done the head. And now we're going to come down to the chest. So your sternum is right through the middle of your chest, where your ribs meet the sternum. You just want to massage and sort of pull out, and the rest of your chest. And then when you get down to your belly, if your belly button's here, you want to make a cross, and you just want to sort of massage on either side of that line, and then rub in each quadrant, and then down below, and then go right around, and then go the opposite direction. Always wanting to make sure that you balance things out. Right in from your hip bones. Just massage here. So this is a little bit above your groin, and you just want to sort of almost scoop any excess energy out and release. And then you are going to go right to the groin. It's not the prettiest, but you know, you have a lot of glands down here. So you definitely want to address those glands and keep things moving, especially if you're doing a lot of sitting through the day. And now we're going to massage up and down the legs, paying special attention to the joints. There are a lot of glands behind the joints, so behind the knee. So really use your fingertips and see if there are any ouchy areas. And switch legs. Going behind the knee, down the lower leg, the ankle. And we've already really tapped the foot. Now, the back side of us, our tuchus. So do a little gentle tapping. And then our sides. Okay. So that was just the neurolymphatic massage. Next, we're going to do a crossover shoulder pull. Our energies like to be crossed over, just like our eyes. What we see out of our left goes to the right brain and vice versa. Through our day, our energies end up going parallel. So this really helps to encourage them back to the way that they normally and naturally would like to go. So grab your trapezius muscle, your shoulder, give a nice squeeze. There's usually a lot of tension here. Take a nice deep breath in, and then as you release, go right off your hip. So this is very similar to the connecting the top and the bottom. Again, the other side, just give yourself a nice little massage. Why not pamper yourself? Breathe in, and then out. And then again, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. You only need to do this a few times. If you feel like you need to go longer, do more. And then you'll feel this shift in your body. And you'll be like, okay, I'm there. Now, the next part, if anyone has trouble with balance, you can always do this seated. It's called the cross crawl. So it is lifting and bending one leg. So this is my left leg and my right hand. And then, so you're crossing and tapping the opposite knee. And this helps with getting those energies crossed over. It helps with focus, with coordination. And as you're doing all of this, you want to be taking in some nice, beautiful, deep breaths. Okay, now just shake that off. The next is something that's great for people with ADD, with dyslexia. It's really good at focusing you. So what you want to do is cross one foot over the other, and then we're going to do the same thing with our hands. So one leg is crossed over. You put your hands back to back cross over, grab, and then pull through. Or you can just go like this. Take 3 nice deep breaths here. And as you're taking these deep breaths in, lift your body, lift your shoulders, allow the breath to really fill you up. And now we're going to do the other side. So what I do, so that I don't forget, is I switch my feet around, release my hands, switch them around, and bring them back towards my body. Taking 3 more breaths. You can do this seated also if standing up like this makes you feel a bit wobbly. Release it all. Bring your hands down, out, around. Come almost into a prayer position, but you're actually going to be steepling your hands, and then your thumbs, so the fingertips touch, and then your thumbs are going to go to your third eye. Take 3 nice deep breaths here. On the third in-breath, bring your fingertips to the center of your forehead, and then pull out. And this brings us into the next move, which is the crown pull. So you just go down the middle of your scalp, and you're pulling about 1 inch apart on each side. And that helps to get you thinking clearly. It helps to open your brain to possibilities, to perspectives. When you finish with that, just come back to your heart space, take a nice deep breath. Now, the next 2 movements are going to deal with heaven and earth. Some of these you might have seen before in different iterations with different names. But because we're dealing with the heaven and earth energies, you want to rub your hands together, shake off any excess energy, and then ground your hands on your thighs. And now bring your hands out, around, into prayer position. So this first one is called the Celtic weave. And what we're going to do is we're going to rub our hands together like you're trying to build a fire, get a lot of nice warm friction going. Take a nice deep breath in and bring your hands to your ears. Just imagine that they're like seashells and see if there's anything that you need to hear. On the next in-breath, bring your elbows together, cross your arms over, and as you exhale, you're pushing out. So this energy bubble around you, you're pushing out. You're pulling in energy from the heaven and the earth, bringing it into your body, and then with the exhale, pushing out. Inhale, bring in, exhale, bring out, and keep working your way down. Inhale, exhale. And you want to try and open up that energy bubble all around you. And as you get all the way down to your feet, then you're going to roll the earth energy, fluff it up, bring it up over your head, and let it trickle and cascade over you. Okay, the next one, bring your hands back into prayer position. Now we're going to do heaven meets earth. And this is a really nice one too. So from here on your inhale, you're going to reach one hand up to the heavens, one hand down to the earth. And then on the exhale, bring those energies in, fill your hands up with them, And then inhale, reaching out, gathering. Exhale, bringing those energies back in. Inhale, switch sides again. Exhale, bring your hands back. And you can even now start to fill up your body. Inhale, switching sides, gathering energy. Exhale, filling up your different energy centers that might need some extra filling. Inhale, switching sides and reaching. You're also stretching the spleen meridian and then gathering that energy as you breathe out, allowing space for energy to be filled. And then one more time, breathe in, switch sides, gather, breathe out, and fill up. And to end this move, we're now just going to bend over and dangle. And do that for about 2 breaths. Just relaxing. And as you come up, move your hands in a figure 8 fashion, all the way up your body, over your head. And again, let that energy just trickle down around you. So these last 2 movements that we've done really help to pull energy into your body and create a nice, safe energy bubble, a full energy bubble around you. It's great to do before you leave your house, before you know you're going to get onto a phone call that might be a bit, before you're going to have any interactions with other people that might challenge your energy boundaries. There are 2 more things that we're going to do. This is called the zip up. So we're just going to take our hands, start at our pubic bone, draw a line up the center of us to the lower lip, and then sort of make a heart. So with each of these, just say an affirmation. So for me, I say, thank you for all the messages and lessons. Thank you for helping me to take in and hear all the messages and lessons. Thank you for helping me to interpret all the messages and lessons that you send my way. Thank you for helping me to integrate and walk through life, embodying the messages and lessons. And thank you for love and gratitude. Now this zip up, this is a meridian right here. Have you ever been sort of looked up and down by people? When someone looks you down, they're sort of unzipping you, unzipping your energy. So zipping yourself up, you can lock it, throw away the key. No one can get in there. Doesn't matter how many times they look you up and down, how many, vibes they're trying to send your way, you're safe. So this can be filled with affirmations. It can just be strictly, I'm about to go in somewhere. I don't know what kind of people, what kind of energy I'm going to be around. I just want to zip myself up. And the last, this one's called the hookup. This is great if you're around anyone, pets, people that are having seizures. You can do this and it will help to bring them out of the seizure. It really helps to coordinate your brain with your heart and your body. So your middle fingers, one middle finger goes in the belly button, the other middle finger goes at your third eye. You're going to push in and pull up and just linger here and relax and breathe. You've made it through the whole daily energy routine. Some people can really start to feel the energy moving. Some people all of a sudden here feel a sigh or their body relax. And that lets you know that you're hooked up and you're good to go. And if you have a really hard time feeling what's going on in your body, feeling the energy, you can just do this for about 5 breaths. And then you can let go. And then I top it up. There is, right at the bottom of your skull, where your skull meets your neck, there's a little soft spot. So I like to also do this hookup from that soft spot to my third eye. This one for me, I can feel quite strongly. and I really can't stay in this position for too long. It really wakes me up. It gets my brain sort of engaged. So now just come back to your seat. How are you all feeling? Just go ahead and close your eyes. Tune in with your body. How's your body now feeling as compared to before? Do you feel warmer, cooler, more relaxed, more stressed? Do you feel like your body's woken up, or do you feel like it needs sleep now? Just tune in and notice these differences. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I hope you all have enjoyed it.